What is happening, everyone? Just a quick check-in here. It is the evening, and we had some contractors come in today and start doing some of the mud work on our one bedroom and our studio unit. Now, we were originally planning on doing some of this work on our own, but given the time crunch, we wanted to get some of the work done as fast as possible leading up to this weekend. So I've hired some guys that I've used before for drywall and mud, and let's go take a look at some of the work they've done. All right, well, clearly not as much done in here. I think they just maybe did some prep work, just a little bit. Yeah, they retaped all these windows, I think in preparation to mud. And I think they went through the kitchen and probably taped all that off. Yeah. Oh no, not yet. And it looks like they scraped or sanded down some of the high spots. Yeah, you can see the sander marks there. So it looks like they started prepping at least this room. I told them not to work on this bathroom yet, just because in here we go. In here, I actually need to cut away this piece of drywall, make a hole here. We are gonna do an electric lighted vanity, like a recessed vanity in this spot. I'm just waiting for it to come in. But I do know I need to run electrical into the middle of this panel. So I'm gonna cut this off, I'm gonna drill a few holes and route another, I guess 12 gauge set of electrical coming off of this box into here, and that is for the vanity lighting. Once that's all in, they can do all the drywall work they need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. This is the area I need to work in tonight and prep, so let's get it done. What we're looking at now is the studio's bathroom, and we're installing the same recessed mirror that we had in the one bedroom that you just saw. And this one is going to be a lot more complicated. To save you some of the drama, as I'm cutting this drywall out and peeling it back, I realize there's a lot more complexity in this wall, unfortunately. Not because it's a more complicated space, just a lot of stuff happens to be in the way. We have multiple 2x4 studs, there's electrical or multiple electrical, iterations. Like you see that one blue outlet there, that's from a previous reno, or maybe the original outlet position. The one on the right, that is new-ish, and I have to take apart both, right? There's also, no surprise, there's going to be additional vent stacks that need to be moved as well. So this one was a trip, so sit back, relax, let's get to it. All right, let's pause here and just explain some of what I'm doing. I'm putting a mirror in this section, and when I opened up the center area where I want the recessed mirror to go, there's a lot of stuff back here. There's the main vent stack for our toilet and our sink, as well as some electrical, all inconveniently placed in this way, as well as two 2x4s from the exterior wall right here in the way. So there's a lot that needs to happen. First, I'm going to create a 2x4 base here, and this is going to set the level of where the vanity is going to sit. I'm then going to push all my plumbing a couple inches over, maybe 6 to 8 inches this way, and do a U-bend to get it going up, as well as extending this all the way over so it no longer gets in the way. I also have to tie in the electrical here and make an extension so that my new outlet can sit somewhere right over here. There's gonna be another kind of 2x4, I won't call it a king stud, but it's gonna be a stud. Imagine two 2x4s going across, and then you'll have a 2x4 here, and that'll help carry the load from the ceiling down on both sides. So I'm pretty much picture framing a new box as if I were building a window, except I am building a box for this recessed vanity. That means I have to cut this electrical line. This goes to the lighting here in the ceiling. And then, yeah, I'll cut this out. So there's a lot of cutting and rerouting that has to happen. Sometimes you just open up the wall and it's not exactly what you want to see. So it's just a little bit more work, but we'll get through it. All right, we're getting to the home stretch here on this second vanity. And so I just wanted to give a quick explanation for some of the things I've done here. You can see on this side, I've pushed the piping over. I've got most of my kind of picture frame set up, and I put a piece of drywall here just to set the right level of depth for when this thing goes up. I've also drilled a hole here to get the outlet over the top. I'm going to wire this box in and make it just a regular outlet so this can plug in. I think ideally you would make this like a quick disconnect connector, but I'm not planning on changing this or moving it ever again, so I think it should be fine. I do, however, have to install this electrical, plug it in, and then drywall, at least prep the drywall for this top section, and then prep all the drywall on the sides and the bottom before this thing can be placed in and screwed in, made permanent, essentially. So there is still a decent amount of work to do. This one one's taking a lot longer than I hoped it would, just because of the complexity of everything behind this wall. And we also had electrical on this side and lighting electrical on this side that had to be rerouted. So I don't know, just a lot of effort for a recessed vanity, but I think it will be worth it. So let's continue. We must remember this day. It's pretty nice, huh? You rip the scab off. Any slower?
It's pretty on there, okay?
Man, this shit looks shiny. Wow.
Ow! It's like this. What does this one do?
That's heat, so it doesn't fog.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Should we like vacuum a little bit?
Oh yeah, I was gonna, okay, is that it?
Yeah.
La, 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 la. Okay.